Welcome to the gray area.
Again.
Again for us, not for you.
Right. No.
Yeah.
So you have to, I'm sure you'll see that it kind of cut off and we'll fix that. But
Well, yeah, you probably won't see any of
no,
this
you won't
anyway,
see it.
But
Yeah.
we're just going to pretend like, ouch, don't
I
do that.
A sharp, long.
She does have sharp nails. Come on now. Claw me. So,
Anyways, yeah, so Dad, our dad, you know, as we were saying, he always had phone conversations with our grandparents a lot, sometimes at nighttime, and they always talked quiet. We spied.
we knew something was up.
And we figured stuff was going on out there and whatnot. We had our own information that we, found out about. But he would have to run over to my grandma and grandpa's house. And the first time he saw one was when he went over and, there had been stuff going on over there. And they were in the living room, and he said that their one was looking through the window in the kitchen, and he said his first reaction was to
Go catch the motherfucker.
Go run out
language.
and chase him,
Get him.
because I would imagine his brain
Said it was a person.
it's a guy,
that was bothering.
and he was pissed.
Yep.
Because he had to go over there,
Yep.
and that was
Somebody
my
was
dad,
harassing.
and
Yeah.
so he took off out the door, took a left, beat feetin', and went around the house. And our grandma's house is basically a 2-story.
Daylight
but they
basement
have
kind of thing.
Yeah, the basement's in the ground, so as you go around, it's high, and as you go down,
It's down
it
to
keeps
the
dropping
basement.
real low. When he realized that he had got to the spot where the person was,
Where the kitchen window is.
and the kitchen window, he realized it was
over
about
9 feet.
10 feet off
Yeah.
the ground. And he said when it hit him, this wave of fear, he just said, I got cold sweat, and he took off for the door. And when he got through the door, my grandfather said that he was white as a ghost, and that's when he realized that whatever it was
Not a
was
person.
not a person. And
And at this time, my grandparents, their trees came up to probably about 3 feet away from the house at the time. So where that window is, the trees would start about
Right there.
about 3 feet farther.
And
So-
they had 20 acres.
Yeah,
So,
so-
he had, out front, they had pasture and
Yeah,
stuff for the horses
exactly.
and whatnot.
But
But
on this side was
trees.
trees.
And a lot of woods out there.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
But yet he so that was the first time, and then they kept
Things kept
being
happening.
bothered
Harassed.
and harassed, and they
wiggling
would
the door handle
grab
when
it,
my
yeah.
grandpa was gone hunting, where my grandma was home
alone.
alone. And she said that it would come up on the back porch, and it would just wiggle the door handle.
and, a
Do
couple
freaky
times
things.
she said she thought it was going to come through the door.
Oh yeah.
And it was pretty bad, so that's when
They cleared.
Yeah, they cleared the trees, and then my uncle came out and would stay in the house, or my brother Tom would
Yeah,
stay
'cause
with her. If
Tom's
Grandpa was
basement
gone.
room was only accessible outside.
Yeah, you
So
couldn't.
the area where you used to be able to get upstairs was they all blocked the whole thing off. It became like a storage stair hallway. So you couldn't get down to Tom's room from inside the house
inside.
anymore. And my brother was a grown up. No, he wasn't. But, he liked having his own separate door outside. So, anyways, I digress.
Yeah. Anyways,
So we heard a lot of these things growing up. It was I never heard words like, do you think it's real? Or anything from any of my parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts.
no.
We knew. We knew.
My dad's brother Johnny,
Yeah.
Uncle Johnny, our
Hunting
cousins, You know, they were hunters.
Big time
And they had
hunters.
dogs, and he had a couple daughters, and the oldest one was taking the garbage out, and this actually became,
Long driveway.
It was in the newspaper.
Yeah.
So she had taken the garbage out, and she had the garbage can, and she had set the garbage can down, and she turned around.
Garbage.
It was standing right there, watching her, and of course, you know, she feeded it back to the house, and then they actually, you know, filed a report. So that was pretty cool. You know, like I said, there was a lot of stuff that we heard in conversation about the dogs and what they would do, which is another major indication of, you know, things going on. You know, if you watch your animals, they'll tell you everything. I truly, 100% believe that.
If you got dogs,
I have dogs.
Watch your dogs.
I watch my dogs. That's a gimme. You know, and now we live on a very wooded 5 acres, and yeah, it's proving to be, you know, I know they're here, so, and I don't have a problem with that whatsoever. I guess, you know, for this, you know, platform of why we're doing this is because one of the biggest things is, with all of the changes that are happening and coming, I think it's time that we all become comfortable with talking to one another and be real. I mean, there's so much happening, and a lot of people go through a lot of trauma, seeing things and having things happen to them, and they have nowhere to go and nobody to talk to. And when I started hearing that when I was younger, you know, of course it didn't happen until I was, you know, in my 20s and stuff, but I thought, how sad that you can't talk to people and that they don't believe you unless you have credentials or
you have proof.
You have proof, a body or
Right.
a picture.
Right.
And
even
now,
that,
now you can't even have a
believes
picture
anything. No.
at all.
Nobody believes anything.
But first
anymore.
off, once again, why did we decide that what somebody tells you is a lie? Why? Why? I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. And so, and yeah, don't get me wrong. I know there's millions of trolls.
Sure, but go there.
I get it. But these people's stories, you can tell.
Oh yeah.
For one, right off the bat.
And unless these people are making money writing books because they're really good.
Yeah.
And then not to mention, are they reading something or is this just improv?
Correct.
Because, you know, I've had people exaggerate a story, but I can usually tell immediately what part is exaggerated.
And that's...
And I think most people can.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it's like a lot of times when a man will tell a story, they will exaggerate. And I say men because men are very, I'm a man, I'm not, you know, I'm not a pussy, okay?
Yes.
So if they have something that scares them so much they don't even understand the fear that they're feeling, they'll exaggerate the encounter to, you know, justify the fear that they were feeling. Because if they were to just point blank say it outright, it wouldn't make sense with the words as to why you were so afraid. Oh, you must be a pussy then. Yeah. That's why you were afraid.
And I'm sure
everybody, so they'll exaggerate stories.
And everybody is listening now is nodding, going, "Oh yeah, you know." I mean, we know that.
Well, we all know that.
We know that.
We all know that.
It's a normal thing.
But I can tell you, without a shadow of a doubt, that the fear that is caused by these creatures specifically is not a normal thing.
No.
It is abnormal as it comes. It's almost foreign like it doesn't belong to you.
Yeah.
And you are just in it. And you're in it until you're not. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It has made people, go to the bathroom in their pants. And I have an idea about that. I think some of it might have to do with a vibration.
It is. I can guarantee.
A lot of people are like, oh, it's ultra low frequency. I don't know.
They maybe not realize the impact
Right.
as it's happening, but I also believe too that people in their hearts know, and like they know our intentions and our, whatever you want to call it. I mean, personally, if I was them, I would be afraid of people.
Oh, absolutely.
I would be terrified.
I mean,
So,
not to people hate, because I'm tired of that too.
I know.
We're taught to hate ourselves as a species.
And I don't.
And I think
just
it's
know
wrong.
there's people out there
Yes.
that are not okay.
Right.
And they have ill intentions and definitely.
Well, we are the ones that will hurt them.
Oh, well,
Absolutely, every time.
You betcha.
We like to kill things we don't understand.
Yeah,
we
you do.
We want to destroy things that make us question
Yeah.
our place in this world.
Oh, yeah.
If we don't understand it, it's got to be evil and must be destroyed. That's standard knee jerk. In fact, and I'm not being sexist at all, take it however you want to. Men seem to be the ones. Women don't. They have experiences, and it is what it is. And I think because it's accepted that a woman can be scared and weak, and men aren't allowed to be, and I think that's fucked up. And it's also changing, it's changing.
It has to change.
Well, it is
It's not
absolutely
okay.
changing.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
The way things are meant to make men feel, I think, is fucked
Yeah,
up.
it is messed up.
So,
Just one thing, one
you know.
fundamental thing, and when you have a child and you have a little girl, you give her a dolly. Oh, love your dolly. Oh, take, blah, blah, blah. Love your dolly, love your dolly. You have a little boy, you hand him a G.I. Joe and kill people.
Yeah, I know.
You don't want to teach your little boy how to be a good father.
Yeah.
Love the baby.
Yep.
Love the family. But again, that's going on a whole different story, because it's about destroying the family. We all know that. Trying to bring the family back,
Yeah, we have to stop separating the family.
Yes.
And start bringing them back.
Yes.
That's the way it's supposed
People
to be.
don't know their children anymore. They pump
Oh,
them
God,
out,
no.
throw them into daycare, and then institutional daycare, institutional public school. And then we're surprised when our kid does something. We don't know them. We don't know them. And I understand this is no blame to anybody.
No.
I know the system is geared that way. I understand that 100%. Doesn't mean we can't change it. It doesn't mean we can't change it. And we are.
It's going to change. Yes, no doubt in my mind.
So,
anyways, thank you
yes.
for hanging out.
Thank you.
And,
someday you guys will probably see this. I don't know if you'll see it right away, but someday you will.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it'll be our first video. We
And,
really don't care.
Things change.
There's not going to be a lot of production management here, not a whole lot of editing. Take
that's
it
not what
or
it's
leave
for.
it.
Yeah.
This
channel is not geared for awards.
Right.
So.
No, we're just trying to get
it
okay for you to speak.
You can decide what you want on it. It doesn't matter. It's going to happen regardless. And I hope you're
and if
here.
you want to share,
I hope you're here with us.
You have a story to share, whether it's Sasquatch or
anything,
ETs, or shadow people, or fairies, or dragons, or just want to shoot the shit and you want to say something. Give us an email.
Please.
It's at yourgrayarea@gmail.com. Thank you.
Find us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much.